You've heard Master Lama Rasaji talk about when Christ walked the planet, there was 30% evil people. Look what they were doing. They were feeding people to lions. They were putting people on stakes and nailing them on stakes. They were chopping them into pieces. I mean, there was a lot. And I'm sure in different parts of the world, some of those things still go on, but not in the masses like it was back then. But we're still at 6 to 8% evil people on this planet. So imagine what happens as more people jump into their power with the peace, and that just takes and transforms this whole planet. It's a beautiful thing, Master Lama Rasaji.
It's a wonderful time.
Any comments on what I just said? Or
well, it was very well said, and it brings up the paradox that the dark side has the most hardest time to deal with right now. See, what exists, as we've shared with our people that are members of our private member on Friday webinars, is that the dilemma they have, never have there been this many unconscious people and conscious people simultaneously on the planet at the same time, with them losing footstool every day. So they got the dilemma is, where do they turn? So their bark is so much stronger than their bite, because their bite is weakening because of the numbers. So they're having to bark louder because they're trying to take a chunk of 6 to 7 billion people and turn them to the dark side, when people by their hundreds and thousands daily are wakening up because God, Abba, is bombarding the atmosphere with positive energy every day. He's been doing that since his son's ascension. And then in 17th century, he went before his father's throne and he says, I know the power that you have, Abba. Would you pour out an extra portion? Well, is there any time in history we saw this extra? Oh, yes. In Kings 1 and 2, where Elijah is going up in the flaming chariot, and Elisha, the water had parted like it had done with Moses being in pursuit by Pharaoh, and the chariot goes up, and Elisha, his protege, says, Master, would you pour down a double, even a triple portion of God? Watch what he said. Rod of power. Well, we know the rod is God's will and God's way. God's will. So what he's doing now, he's igniting our souls. In Sanskrit, we say sharat. So he's igniting. So every day you have a chance to have that lightning rod that he put in you get turned on hotter and hotter and hotter. And these people are waking up by the thousands, and the dark side scratching its head. I think they're even scratching their hiney. They do not know what to do, Jimmy.
Yeah, and what I want to tell you folks is, remember, getting going. That's why one of the reasons why we did the 45-day challenge on Masaji.com for free is we don't want anyone to have an excuse. Okay. This alone can get you into the power of peace. Okay. Give power to peace. This is important because, as crazy as things have been the last 2 decades, you have no idea what's coming in 2022. Now, I just had the best year of my life. Why am I saying that? To brag? No, because none of it belongs to me. It's all the Heavenly Father's. But I focus on the solutions. I focus on the positive. I don't focus on the negative. I focus on solutions to solve problems that are not serving humanity properly. But I don't get caught up in the fear porn, because then all of a sudden I'm now vibrating in that situation. Okay. But believe me, one thing that I can tell you for sure is this planet is going to be shaken like never before to wake more people up as fast as possible. The energy is going to increase every single day. You got to get prepared for this, because this could drive some people out of their minds. I mean, really, literally, if you don't pay attention and get yourself Get yourself sorted out. Make sure you're strong spiritually like you've never been before. And this might not be a good thing for you. It's going to be a wonderful thing for me. It's going to be a wonderful thing for Master Lama Rasaji. And it's probably going to be a wonderful thing for a lot of people watching this episode right now. But it won't be for some of you. Right. So there's no time like the present to get started. Today's the day. Make it happen, because there's not a lot of time. 2022 is going to be, man. I mean, it is going to be one. Think of the biggest, tallest roller coaster on the planet and times it by 1 billion, and that's probably where we're going to be.